Fun is awesome. Everyone likes it. It's great. It's one of the more universally loved things in the world. Except apparently for the NFL. They don't like fun. That's how they got their acronym switched from the National Football League to the No Fun League, as for some weird reason, after a little bit of popcorn, a Sharpie in the sock, and some extracurricular fun in the end zone after touchdown celebrations, the NFL said this thing is getting out of hand, and the yellow hankies started flying left and right. Over the last couple years, the excessive celebration penalty has skyrocketed. It went from 2015, 22 instances where it was called, to 2016, we had 34 instances of taunting or celebration penalties. Look, it's hard to get in the end zone. And ask Antonio Brown with his twerking, or Ezekiel Elliott, was anyone really hurt as he jumped into the Salvation Army bucket? Look, actually, Salvation Army saw a huge spike in donations after he jumped in because of the creative nature of Ezekiel Elliott on national TV celebrating his touchdown. We love celebrations because they give us a peek into the personalities of these great players that so many of us adore, look up to, and idolize, especially for kids. And look, I totally understand that there's things that go across the line. And when you start dealing with props that are in socks, yes, there should be a rule drawn and there should be a black line in the sand. But the way the NFL has approached this thing, just giving penalties left and right and no group celebrations of touchdowns and limiting guys' creativity as they celebrate touchdowns, is ridiculous. And now, as they're addressing and the Rules Committee is looking at how to improve the game, the officials themselves, the National Football League officials, have said, listen, this thing has gotten out of hand. We don't like calling the penalties because it's a gray area. How are we to believe, as we memorize the entire rule book of the National Football League, what is excessive in terms of celebration? It seems like a subjective thing. So the referees have said, and with all due respect, they said, listen, league, if you've got a problem with something that players are doing, then fine guys after the fact. But to have yellow hankies and kickoffs move back in the spot makes no sense. It obviously reminds me of the great Key and Peele sketch with Hingle McCringleberry, where we see the referee like, is 2 pumps okay? But all of a sudden, a third pump and you get a flag? That's basically what we're looking at here, and that's why this sketch from Key and Peele was so brilliant. Because you look at this, and the discretion of the referees of 2 pumps being okay, but 3 pumps being bad from Mr. McCringleberry is ridiculous. But that's what we're looking at in the NFL. So the fact that this is getting thrown on the table to maybe reinvestigate and maybe take away some of these excessive celebration penalties, I think is great. I think it's something where the league needs to listen to its referees, because the referees are right. The best idea ever tonight, hey, Shield, the Zebras are talking. Listen.